With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat him.
Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Okay, time now to meet the starters defensively for the Miami Dolphins.
And let's start with Xavier Howard, a cornerback out of Baylor. He's one of the top 50 players on my board coming out of the draft in 2016, and I don't think he's going to disappoint. Long, lean, has excellent ball skills.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And some room to work. Jay Ajayi's going to go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go! No. Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Brown, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. Leopard. Gone. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Linval Joseph is in a hurry to get his name mentioned as one of the top defensive tackles in the game. I think he's accomplishing his goal.
Now Roethlisberger. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Taken from just outside the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here we go now. Boom,
Now back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And it's 3rd and short. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast.
Ojai hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom, over.
This is Bell, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look.
Now let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Stills. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
These two. Here we go. Like, there we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Caru's got it, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Roethlisberger will throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw. And got his man complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go. Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right, and that's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Roethlisberger finding time. And he finds Stills complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. In motion right is Bryant. They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time. All kinds of time. He's going to look deep down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Well, they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dominique Easley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And he motions the wide receiver. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dominique Easley in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Their turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, that's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got him. It's the tight end Cameron. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Bryant spread out to the right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Brown, the lone receiver, left. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He'll drop to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Hurry up, let's go!
Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw here, Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Left!
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. His tight end, Jordan Cameron, the intended target. And 4th down coming up. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Looking to throw. Bryant has it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They get 39 yards out of that one. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Now let's go. Leopard. Leopard.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Back to that Philly. Here we go.
Now back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They have the lead obviously late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now it's Ajayi, and he'll get across the 20. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Oh, Roethlisberger. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now Bell. And a cutback left and a crease here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Back to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Escaping the pressure right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the fourth quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.